Alright folks, as you can see, currently going through my Mac DeMarco / cute hipster beer loving girl phase. Yeah, got I want to make sure I didn't have my address on there because I wouldn't want free beer being sent to me. Yeah, so did a bit of a Trembling Madness order, basically because I needed to get some beers in for Christmas. Whether or not the beers will make it through the Christmas period is another question, and I will be still picking up bits and bats. So if anybody knows any good like Christmas deals from breweries or web shops or whoever, then please feel free to let me know. And also anyone in the Manchester or Liverpool area, do you know of any decent, and there's Betty, and there's a towel on the door. If anybody knows of any decent vintage like clothes shops in Manchester or Liverpool that has a good selection of Carhartt jackets for a relatively good price, then please do let me know, because I'm really wanting a nice, sturdy, long-lasting Carhartt jacket at the moment, and I'm too much of a peasant to actually pay. Although I have seen some that are all rightly priced, and I can use Klarna to spread the costs. But anyway, that's just me. Hope everyone's doing well. It's been a little while since the last batch of reviews went up. So I thought I would show you my Trembling Madness haul. Bit of a modest one this time. I haven't gone to the full like over 100 quid. I just basically, as soon as I reached the free next day delivery, although it took a day longer, which I'm not going to moan about because working in retail, you know, Royal Mail couriers, they're backed up, aren't they? And it's taking a little bit longer for orders to be processed, so I'm not going to grumble about that. But yeah, hope everyone's fine. Will there be reviews of some of these beers? We shall see. But true to form, we've got our sweet. Although I don't think the last box, maybe it did, it was probably at the bottom of the box, I can't remember. But yeah, anyway, ramble over. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's get straight onto it. First up, we've got a beer from one of my favourite breweries this year, Bull House. And this is a can of Stouts Out Whiskey Barrel Aged Stout, clocking in at 8.4% ABV. This was I think the only beer that was on Trembling Madness this time, and I keep saying it, I'll have to do an order direct from them because they are one of my favourite breweries. Next we've got a can from Brewski. Not had anything from Brewski for a long time, and this is a can of the Nibs Imperial Chocolate Stout, which I do this every year, buy stouts to drink like on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then Boxing Day, but that doesn't always come into fruition, so very excited to try a nice Imperial Chocolate Stout. And this is clocking in at 11.2% in a cute little 330ml bottle. I should have read it, thought it was 440, but hey ho, it is what it is. Then one of my favourite beers at Christmas, and one of my top 10 favourite beers of all time. We've got Celebration IPA from Sierra Nevada. Picked up 4 cans of this. Price of this is great. I think it's even cheaper than it used to be, because of course you can get direct stuff from Sierra Nevada through the UK now. And that'd be a good beer order to do. You ever coughed and your arsehole clenches? Anyway, so yeah, Sierra Nevada, it's got to be done each year. Did I get some last year? I certainly hope I did. So I picked up 4 cans of that. There we go, there's the second one. Not putting them on the radiator because it's actually on today. Anyway, next up, now this intrigued me, and it's a style that I didn't expect to see from this brewery, but it's a Doppelbock by Burning Sky. And yeah, so interested to see they're taking it. Although now I'm thinking about it, have I not had Doppelbock before from Burning Sky? Probably not, probably have. 7% ABV. Let's see how they do that. There's the next 2 cans of celebration IPA. Might crack open one of those tonight. We shall see. There's nothing in there. Next up, we've got Krampus from Rivington. I think they bring this out each year, and this is a double IPA, clocking in at 500 mils. So we shall, if I do any sort of like Christmas reviews, then that will be part of that little series. But again, it all depends. Then we've got Saturated in Simcoe from Daya. I'd forgotten I bought this because, spoiler alert, I picked up a can of Saturated in Citra, which I absolutely loved last year. Or was it Saturated? Oh, I can't remember now. But I like Simcoe, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Intense Simcoe Forward double IPA, 8% ABV. I've started to find a newfound appreciation for Daya. And yeah, there we go, Saturated in Citra. So good times. 500 ml cans as well. Get down, you. You can't have beer. Then we've got a festive stout from Cloudwater, 5%, and that's Stollen from Ivor. Nice wordplay there. So I'm assuming, with my genius sense of perception, I don't think that's the true term to use in this case, I'm imagining that's a Stollen inspired stout, and I do like a nice Stollen. Don't know if Phil Campion will appreciate. I know, doesn't matter. I momentarily thought it said Stollen Valor, which would be a good name for a beer, but I don't think Phil Campion would be too pleased with that. We'll keep the joke in, and we'll adapt it on the fly. Next up, we've got It's Cliched to Be Cynical at Christmas from Verdant. They had a good selection of Verdant, and there were probably bigger, heavier hitters and higher rated ones on Untapped than the selection, but I love the kitsch sort of artwork. 6% ABV, Galaxy Strata, Mosaic Strata Galaxy, so good hot builder. Looking forward to that. And we've got a couple more left. And next we've got, now this is one, I think I've had it a couple of times. I've got a feeling Adam might have bought a can of this while we've been out. And if I remember correctly, was it Dead Crafty had this on tap? But I saw it and I thought, do you know what? I'm really in the mood for it. Let's have an American treat of a very highly regarded IPA. And that's Ghost in the Machine by Parrish. They had a healthy selection of US beers, and I don't know if something's changed, but a lot of the US stuff seemed quite a bit cheaper than it usually was. There were still ones where it's like you're paying double figures for a like 7% ABV IPA. But yeah, I was actually pleasantly surprised at how somewhat affordable some of the American stuff was. And there was a 4-pack that I nearly bought of I don't know what the beers were called, but they're like inspired by Transformers, and you actually came in a little cardboard box. But I fought against that. But yeah, Ghost in the Machine, looking forward to trying that on the channel. Then we've got the next brewski beer, keeping with the stout vibe, and this is an Imperial Stout with licorice and vanilla, black pack, 10.5% ABV. I really like the artwork there, very reminiscent of Goombas from Super Mario. And again, brewski, I've not had anything from them for a good while, so why not? And then the last beer, another classic. I saw it, I've not had it for a while, really well priced, and that's the Narwhal Imperial Stout from Sierra Nevada. There's just something really overly romanticising again, something really nice and wholesome about American craft in a bottle, especially Sierra Nevada in a bottle. I don't know, there's just something, I always prefer Sierra Nevada beers in the bottles, even though if they're stored badly you're going to notice it, as I've experienced with quite a few bottles of Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. But yeah, classic, absolute classic. I love this beer. And I always found that the barrel aged version of this, I say always found, tried it once, does not hold up to the non barrel aged Imperial Stout. So yeah, so the stouty ones will probably be opened more towards the Christmas period, even though we're on the 12th now, so less than 2 weeks until Christmas. And I don't know about you, not to be like all down and out, because I'm far from it at the moment, it just doesn't feel like Christmas at all. Maybe that's just because I'm at that age. I don't have children. I mean, I've got like nieces and nephews and stuff, and I've got a puppy, so we're going to spoil the puppy for her first Christmas. We already bought her a fucking dress, which a year ago I would have scoffed at the idea of someone buying their dog a dress, but when she put it on, she looks so fucking adorable. And we also got her a cute little sweatshirt as well. So I put clothes on dogs now, which would make sense because I look as beta as they come today. But I'm finally at a stage of my life, aside from the weight and the face, where I'm quite happy with how I look. But that's none of your business. So give me abuse in the comments if you want to. Yeah, it just doesn't feel very Christmassy at all. But I don't mean that in a negative way, because I can't be fucking arsed with Christmas, to be honest with you. And I know the beanie doesn't really fit, it keeps sliding up. I've not got a hat, a head that is suitable for any hat and to look good, but it is what it is, folks. And I'm looking forward to cracking open a couple of these beers tonight, and then probably opening them. But it's the Christmas period, right? This is my justification. Have your treat food throughout the whole Christmas period. I've always made that mistake of like buying loads of cheeses, crackers, cured meats, whatever, snacky bits, and then only having a little bit of it over like the few days of legitimate Christmas. But you know what? Buy yourself a Fox's selection of biscuits and eat them now. Have your cheese and crackers now. Do you know what I mean? Just, it's this time of the year where you can just be as indulgent as you want. And don't let life coaches tell you that you're a piece of shit, because they wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, then have a wank in an ice bath, and whilst they're doing all their crypto trades. Do you know what I mean? If you put weight on, lose weight, enjoy life, because tomorrow is never guaranteed. An hour is never guaranteed. You might not make it through your night's sleep. You might collapse on your way upstairs to your bedroom. You could literally shit out your insides and die on the toilet. Do you know what I mean? Just live your life, man. Anyway, thoughts, opinions always appreciated. And yeah, thank you for watching. Y'all take care, and I shall see you hopefully in a few videos. I'm never going to promise that I'm going to get back onto regular uploads. So you're either going to be really lucky with me gracing my presence. No, gracing you with my presence, or you're going to be just indifferent and getting on with your life as you should be. Anyway, but I appreciate everyone who's watching the videos. I noticed I got quite a lot of notifications of comments and replies to comments within the last couple of days, and I've not actually actively engaged, which is awful. But I appreciate it. So I've got a feeling that for some unbeknownst reason, or reason unbeknownst to me. Maybe some of the videos are being shared around. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching. Take care. Stay safe. And you might see some Christmassy videos over the next 10 days, 10 or so days. And I'll probably will be buying a few more beers here and there. But like I said, any suggestions of any web shops or breweries who are doing like a genuinely good deal, 20% off your beer order it's not amazing. Although I shouldn't say that, because breweries and the industry is struggling. So any time you can get a little bit of a discount and support breweries is a good thing. Anyway, yeah, bye.